Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 10 of Zero Fights Aliens in Xenonauts. So, when we last left our heroes, we had just gone through this whole map and found that there was only one alien, who unfortunately only got one shot off, which killed our Rocketeer. But he might still survive. We'll have to see after we're done this mission. And we are just getting ready to breach the UFO here. So we're going to put our people into position, make sure everybody's in a decent position. Now we're going to move this guy out to here, where he will stay until we're ready to go. He'll pop out, throw the C4, and then hide back here. And then on the next turn, or on the next turn after the C4 goes off, he'll be the one to chuck a stun grenade inside to help us suppress anything that's inside there. He's going to move up here as well. And on the turn that we are ready to go, these two people are going to move out. One is going to be, the machine gunner is going to move out to this corner here, so that he can shoot right inside. The sniper will move out either right behind him or right beside him to provide sniper fire inside, and then we'll send in the rest of our people to finish the job. That being said, when they do move in to finish the job, they are going to need shotguns. Let's switch everybody over. Alright, and this guy might as well switch drop the gun on the ground, put the C4 in your hand, and then you're ready to go for our plan next turn. Alright, so as I was saying, we hop out here, we set the timer for one turn, and we can't quite reach. We have to take one more step towards the door. That's fine. So again, one turn timer. We aim it for here. That should keep everybody out of the blast radius. The people up here actually can move forward one more tile, so we'll do that. So long as it lands where it's supposed to. Which it did. Alright. Move forward one. Move forward one. Everybody kind of facing in the right direction. Also going to use you to throw a smoke grenade out in front to keep our people safe. Our heavy weapons guys safe as they set up. This guy, we're going to switch over to his shotgun. Take another step forward, crouch. We're going to get the machine gunner behind him, crouch. And the sniper rifle behind him, crouch. And then before we fire the machine gun, actually, let's see. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake on my part. This guy should actually kind of be off to the side, or the machine gunner should. And he still can, so we'll do that. There. We'll go at it like this. And this way they won't really be shooting through each other. Next turn. Alright. Knock knock. Alright, so we've hopefully blown the door. Or not. See, this has happened a couple times now, and it gets really frustrating when this happens. Alright. Do we have anybody else with C4? Not directly. Let's see here. Now, this isn't a case of we just don't have line of sight on the door, is it? Let's just take a step forward. No, okay. Well, since we're going to have to take another turn to do this anyway, let's move these guys around into a better position. And what we're going to do is we're going to use her. She's going to drop her rifle on the ground. Put her shotgun back in her backpack. C4 in hand. How many times does she need to throw this? 43. So if we move her here, face this way, she has just enough that she can toss it right in front of the door where it was before, provided it lands in the right place. Oh, there must have been a fire there, I'm guessing. Well, that's actually kind of awkward. Because now, I don't think I can really get into the UFO to kill that guy. See if we can get a stun grenade on him. Well, that's something I learned. That's how you can set off C4 early if you want to. Just need to throw it into a fire. Alright, so let's see if we can get these guys stunned. There's 2 of them in there. Alright, excellent, they're stunned. He doesn't have enough time units left to help, so let's get him out of the way. Yeah, unfortunately, the shuffling I did here has made the help that these guys can render rather limited. Alright, nothing we can do. We just have to go in and hope that we can kill them. Yep, I know he's there. Keep going. That's not good. Alright. Move her forward. Yep, that's fine. Alright, now we really need to take out this last guy in one shot. Okay, whew. That was really close. Oh wait, the mission's not over. Where? Where's the one that we missed? There's not another one alive in here that I haven't noticed, is there? No. Okay, that's not good. Keep an eye back this way. Not that you're going to be able to do anything. So let's get you into cover. At least somebody can be. Where is the guy we missed? He must have moved into an area we've already explored after we left. It's the only thing that could have happened. Alright, you come back here, and you pick up your gun. He's got to be in this building. Either that or he was in this building and then has since moved out into here. Okay. We are going to leave one of our people back here, because if you are inside the UFO for 5 turns without an alien being inside, then you automatically win the mission. I wonder... You know what? We're just going to go into a defensive mode down here. Okay, so yeah, we're probably just going to set up a kind of a defensive perimeter around this thing. And then either wait for the mission to just time out on its own, or wait for the alien that we've missed to come back to try to take the UFO away from us. Unfortunately, the number of places where we can in fact take cover from any encroaching baddies is limited. Mostly thanks to the double C4 we had to use to get in. Why won't you... Oh, you can't. Alright. So we'll move these people to the sides here. Just because that's really the only cover we have to use over here at the moment. She can watch over here, and we'll move the sniper behind the wall. Actually, watch this way. Alright. Let's see if our little alien buddies make an appearance. Hey guys, so yeah, the game just crashed. So I've reloaded here. I'm not sure how many turns we have left until we take the UFO. From the looks of things, we are still on our second turn of possessing the UFO, if I'm correct. But at this point, it's just kind of a waiting game anyway, so we will have to see. Unfortunately, the game does still crash from time to time. The Gold Hawk has done a pretty good job of getting most of the bugs worked out, but there's still definitely some there. That was a civilian. So, no sign of the aliens yet. So we might even just take this thing without having to go down and hunt down the last one. Some people don't like doing it this way, but honestly, as far as I'm concerned, a win is a win. Any way that I can win the mission without exposing my soldiers to more danger is good for me. Oh, and look, our Rocketeer survived. He's going to be out for quite a while, but he survived it. You know, that's not bad. A couple other injuries on our heavy weapons and our sniper. But again, nothing too serious there. We did in fact miss one alien, so he must have been crawling around the map somewhere, but that's okay. So we have a couple of medals awarded, one for basically a crimson heart, a purple heart, being mortally wounded but surviving, and then one for killing 5 extraterrestrials. Pretty good stat boost, and $23,000 to take home. All in all, a pretty good day. So while they come home, I'm going to take a look at what our roster currently looks like. Yeah, so we have 2 people who are out for 16 days. One of our heavy weapons and a rocketeer. And the guy that we have to replace him doesn't have anything remotely good for his strength value, so we are going to hire somebody with high bravery and good strength. This guy is actually pretty good. 59 strength, so above average. Really good hit points. Not so great time units though, but the next strength under him... Yeah, 35 time units on this guy. Anything approaching that low, especially on 2 stats, is something that I tend to avoid, even if they do have one really good stat. See, this guy here is pretty good, but he's middle of the road for the most part. He'd make a good rifleman, but so would this guy, and he's got a higher bravery, which is a lot harder to train up. Yeah, I think we're going to have to pick up this Radka, so we're going to grab him, her, I'm not sure. And then use him, her as a backup should we need to do another mission before we get our people out of the sickbay. We do have some alien alloys, but I'm not going to get rid of those just yet. How's our research going? So we're still in excellent on the Hunter Scout car, and about as high up on that as we can go, so we're just waiting at this point. Let a few days pass. Let's see how we're doing as far as research. Alright, so we can take away one researcher from the Hunter Scout car, put him onto alien biology. Hopefully we'll have stun weapons before our next mission. That would be really nice. So we can take a couple more scientists away. Keep things moving. Oh, we have another UFO, so let's send the Condor out after him, because he's just a small scout. Another small scout. So Condor 2 can go after him. So we'll auto-resolve that one. Get him to come back to the base. Now, the question is, let's take a look at our soldiers. We don't have the new guy yet. And our Rocketeer is still out for another 14 days. Our heavy weapon that could possibly replace him as a Rocketeer for a mission or 2 is wounded for 13 days. It is just a light scout, so we've gotten about as much from that as we can. There is some more money that could be gathered from it, but I'd much rather save my soldiers at this point, let them heal, and hopefully use them in a regular scout mission rather than a light scout. So we're actually just going to bomb this one for now. That gets us a little bit of extra money. This guy I don't think we're going to be able to catch. He's way, way far out. Yeah, no, he had to come back. That's a shame. Nothing we can do about it though. So we're on excellent on both of these. So we're going to take some points away. Or some scientists away, I should say. One scientist. And get him back onto the alien plasma pistol. We should hopefully have a couple of research projects done here shortly. It's not really necessary to micromanage your research like that, but I like to. I like to keep everything where it needs to be. And awesome, we just had a nice big influx of scientists. So let's get them working on the plasma pistol. Up until that is excellent. Or as high as we can get it, anyway. That'll definitely boost up our research speed. No doubt about that. Oh, okay, so we have our spare soldier. So that's good. So if we do have another mission crop up before our guys are ready to go, we'll be able to do it without having to worry too much. How's the research going? We're up to excellent on everything. So I'm going to actually take a few scientists away from this and split them out between alien biology and hunter scout car, just to hopefully get those done. Let's speed things up. Alright, the Hunter Armored Car. The Hunter Scout Car is a small armored vehicle that is used for scouting and fire support during combat missions. It fills the space of 2 soldiers in the dropship, but is tougher, can move faster, and has longer sight range than a soldier. The Hunter is derived from the Dielmer Ferret Armored Car, a vehicle small and light enough to be carried inside one of our Charlie dropships, though there is only space for 1 vehicle in a strike team. The Scout Car designation is instructive. The Hunter is not a battle tank. Any vehicle light enough to be carried inside a helicopter will have a relatively flimsy armor, and the Hunter is no exception to this. Nevertheless, it is far quicker to replace a few damaged armor plates after a mission than it is to nurse a wounded soldier back to health, making this vehicle an extremely effective way to scout the battlefield in the hands of a careful commander. The Hunter is equipped with dual 30 cal machine guns, which are powerful but inaccurate. They are better suited to suppressing our foes than slaying them, making the Hunter a useful infantry support vehicle. If you would like to upgrade its firepower, your engineers believe they could refit the turret with powerful explosive rockets instead. However, these are hardly likely to leave much behind for my team to study. The Hunter is available for construction in our workshop. Remind the louts to follow my blueprints to the letter. They would be working in the laboratories if they actually knew anything about the design process. The Hunter Viper Turret. The Viper Rocket Rack is an alternative turret option for the Hunter Scout Car, substantially increasing the vehicle's firepower by replacing the dual 30 cal machine guns with 8 high-precision rockets. These rockets are repurposed air-to-air missiles that lack much of the fragmentation effect, but will still inflict heavy incendiary damage across a large area. Though best suited to demolishing structures, they should still make short work of our weaker alien foes. However, there are 2 major disadvantages to this. Firstly, the rockets are so large that the Hunter can only carry 8 of them into battle. Secondly, explosives are a poor way to obtain recoverable alien technology. It is unlikely that we will be able to recover anything of value from the corpses of any enemies killed by these rockets. Nevertheless, there are many occasions where the loss of a few artifacts would be preferable to the loss of 1 or more of our soldiers. If you wish to equip a Hunter with a Viper, the upgraded turrets have already been made available in the garage. Alright, so we have a few scientists that we can split out. I'm going to put them all into biology. I want that done before our next mission. And we're going to get them to work on a scout car for us. That'll take them about 2 days to do. Alright, alien biology is done. Tissue analysis of the remains of different extraterrestrial species have allowed us to compare them with one another in an attempt to find characteristics common to them all. Though we have no definite answers, there are hints as to the origins of the aliens. There are strong similarities in the physiology of all biological alien units encountered so far. For example, all are humanoid, all possess both a circulatory system and central nervous system, albeit with some variations in function. This allows for the possibility of a common planetary origin. The huge variety of life on our own planet clearly illustrates that an array of vastly different creatures can evolve simultaneously on a single planet. This was our initial assumption, largely due to the shared habitat inside the alien UFOs. An atmosphere containing perhaps 5 to 6% oxygen rather than the 21% of ours. The aliens respire via oxygen in much the same manner as humans do, using a common vector to distribute around the body, a semi-synthetic protein that mimics the role of human hemoglobin, but much more effectively and giving alien blood a distinctive purple tint. However, the fundamental organic chemistry is so drastically different between alien species that a common origin cannot be possible. The reason these species can share a common habitat is not evolution, but rather extensive genetic engineering. This oxygen-carrying protein bears no resemblance to any other part of any of the corpses studied. In other words, it appears an external force has engineered these creatures to be capable of breathing the same air that they do. The identity of this external force and the reasoning behind this decision remains obscure, at least for now. In the meantime, we are turning this research to practical use. My team have constructed holding tanks in the laboratories, which can be used to confine captured alien units in low oxygen environment. If exposed to our atmosphere for long enough, alien units will eventually succumb to oxygen toxicity. allowing us to study them more closely. Alright, now we can research stun weapons, which is a very important research for us to do. I thought alien biology unlocked it. I was wrong on that one. All the same, let's keep things moving forward. Alright, we have a very small fighter, which means that this is, or a very small signature, which means that this is a fighter craft. And we are going to send up 2 condors after it. Alright, this is a scout, but we don't we don't want to send anybody up right now to deal with him, so we will cancel that. I will engage this guy personally, just because even though the auto-resolve is 100%, sometimes you will lose somebody if you let it handle this by itself. So we'll split off. He's following number 2, so we'll get number 1 to kind of come back in and try to get in beside him. Number 2, on the other hand, is going to start heading directly away from this guy. Bring number 1 in from the side, hopefully staying out of his line of fire. Alright, unfortunately he was able to dodge those missiles, which part of the reason you kind of come in from the side like that is so they can't, but either way, he was down, so without any damage to our own ships, so all is well there. We got a data core and an alien alloy for downing him. Let's see if we can't get them to down this guy while they're out and about. Alright, auto-resolve. Perfect, get them back to base. Alright, now we're kind of forced to reevaluate this one again. We do have the replacement soldier I ordered, this Radka. So we could potentially set him up to be our rocketeer, at least for a single mission, to take down that one UFO. Again, though, this is a light scout, so not a whole lot of recoverable material there. And again, I'd much rather leave my soldiers fresh to handle the regular size scouts, which we should be seeing at this point. I'm not sure why we're not, but we should be seeing them soon. So I am, again, just going to intercept this one, because I don't need the money right now, and I'd much rather save my soldiers for when we get the real threats, which should be showing up any moment. I hope. At the very least, this gives us more time to get our stun weapons researched, because I would very much like to go into the next combat with stun weapons. Alright, so we're just going to leave 4 scientists there, and jack the rest of them onto stun weapons. Hopefully get those done quickly. Alright, and now we have our first Hunter Scout car as well. So this is good. We'll be able to take this guy along on our next mission as well. Provided we get a UFO I'm actually interested in raiding here shortly. Fighter UFO. The fighter is a very small UFO, apparently designed for air supremacy. It is faster and tougher than the Light Scout and surprisingly well armored for its size. Though not individually a match for an F-17 Condor, I doubt a lone F-17 would stand much of a chance against a full squadron of 3. The most interesting feature of this design is the absence of a pressurized crew compartment. Virtually the entirety of the saucer consists of propulsion systems, sensors, and weapons arrays. This initially led us to believe the craft was unmanned, but analysis of the wreckage reveals enough biological material to convince us otherwise. We are unsure exactly what form this pilot takes, there's only room for one, but the lack of transparent canopy or control system implies that they are much more heavily integrated with their craft than human pilots are. The fighter's primary armament is a short-range, rapid-firing energy weapon, much like the craft cannon of our F-17, our F-17s. However, it also carries a pair of longer-range homing plasma projectiles that act more like missiles. Quite what these devices are and how they work is unknown, as fighters tend to explode so spectacularly when destroyed that there is little left to study. Whatever the culprit, I doubt we will be recovering an intact version anytime soon. Alien Plasma Pistol. The Plasma Pistol is an alien sidearm that is approximately 8 inches long and roughly a kilogram in weight. Though it bears some resemblance to a human firearm, it does not fire a bullet, but rather a searing bolt of superheated plasma. It is a powerful weapon, easily capable of killing an unarmored man in a single shot. However, our test suggests the compact size of the weapon renders it fairly inefficient. the plasma bolt loses cohesion and starts to dissipate almost immediately. It is thus most dangerous at short ranges, where a single shot has a good chance of killing one of our soldiers outright. As that range increases, the projectile steadily becomes less accurate and damaging. The lesson here should be clear: fight units equipped with this weapon from as far away as possible. Though it would make a fine addition to our arsenal, this weapon has clearly been designed for alien troops. Anatomical differences between our species make it difficult for a human to wield effectively. So any soldier attempting to use this weapon on the battlefield will suffer severe accuracy penalties when doing so. Sadly, we are also nowhere near understanding or replicating the technology contained within this weapon. Recovering more advanced alien weapons may help in that regard. All is not lost, however. Running more tests on this weapon should allow us to develop battlefield infantry armor better suited to protecting our men from extraterrestrial energy weapons. Alright, so we can now research improved combat armor, but I would much rather get laser weapons up and running sooner rather than later. We're going to leave all 26 scientists working on the stun weapons for now, because I want that done sooner rather than later. Another small scout. We might even just end up doing this one, because I'm getting really sick and tired of waiting for a regular size scout to show up. There's another one. Send Condor 2. Alright, so we'll auto-resolve that one. Return to base. Tail until overland. He's not going to go overland for me, is he? How much, He's only got 44 fuel percentage left. We're going to keep an eye on him. Whoops, no, don't return to base. Dum-dum. Select new target. That one. UFO 11. Alright, he's got 43 seconds. We're going to keep tailing him. Maybe we can catch him here shortly. No. Shoot. I left it too long. Let's see, can we send him after him? No. Okay. Let's send Condor 1 after him, I guess. He's not quite ready yet, though. Don't know if we'll be able to catch that guy again. I should have just shot him down. Okay, send out Condor 1. Let's see if we can take him down. He's too far away. He's not gonna be able to catch him. Alright, he's over land though. Maybe we can catch him? Awesome. Alright, let's shoot this guy down. Okay, so we have 2 battlefields to choose from here. And since we are not getting these scouts that we should be getting at this point, and I'm not sure why, we're basically forced to keep doing these lesser missions. You know, we don't want to just keep bombing them. So we are going to... Oops. Going to head over to here, make sure our soldiers are ready to go. So we're using this Braxton as a kind of a backup heavy weapons, but our Renta is currently still fairly injured. So we're not going to bring her along. We're going to leave her in sickbay to rest up. Same with our Rocketeer. He is still rather injured. So we are going to bring Mr. Radka, or Mrs., I'm not really sure, and just set her up as a makeshift Rocketeer for the time being. Unfortunately, we don't have our weapons yet, our stun weapons yet. So set her up as a Rocketeer, take away the pistol, and just leave her with the rockets. That's all she can really carry right now. Let's make sure that that the dropship is set up properly, which it is not. Rocketeer goes there. So, and then let's, send them out after the crash site. Again, I'd much rather do the larger crash sites at this point, but they're just not giving them to us. So we're kind of forced to do these lesser ones. Alright guys, this episode has already gone on way too long. It took us way longer than it should have to get a new mission to do. So I'm gonna have to end it here, I'm afraid. But join us next time when we take on this next mission and hopefully get a few more alien kills than we've gotten in the last few missions. I am really sorry about that, guys. I know it's probably not the most exciting thing in the world to watch me kill, like, 3 aliens over 2 episodes. But you gotta play this game with the cards it's giving you, and right now, it's giving me the really light missions. Not much I can do about it. But join me next time, and we'll hopefully get some better action going for you. Thank you very much for watching. So long.